CBS Overnight News.
Now to diplomacy, North Korean style. Today, the country's
It's Friday, May 31st, 2019. This is the CBS Morning News. Could have reached a decision. Attorney General William Barr says special counsel Robert Mueller could have decided whether President Trump obstructed justice or not. History at the spelling bee, there was an 8-way tie. But even more surprising is how they'll split the prize money. And they're the unsung heroes of the September 11th attacks. A new memorial is dedicated. Good morning from the Studio 57 newsroom at CBS News headquarters here in New York. Good to be with you. I'm Anne-Marie Green.
Live from Studio 46, this is CBS 2 News This Morning.
And good morning. It's 4:30 on this Wednesday, February 21st. I'm Chris Ragg.
And I'm Mary Calvi. Welcome to CBS 2 News this morning. It feels pretty warm out there.
It's going to be nice. Taking a live look outside. It's a foggy start, but it is going to clear up as the morning goes on, and we could see some record-setting warmth today in some areas. Highs will be in the 70s. We have traffic and weather on the 2s coming up.
But first, happening today, survivors of the Florida school shooting will hold a rally in Florida's state capitol with hundreds of students.
Good morning to you and welcome to CBS This Morning. Massive tornado outbreak. More severe storms target the southern plains after more than 40 tornadoes touched down over the weekend.
High alert. President Trump trades insults with Iran while U.S. warships train for battle nearby. We have the only U.S. network crew in Baghdad where tensions are dangerously high.
Inside the NSA, we take you to Hawaii for an exclusive look inside a top-secret intelligence center where the National Security Agency monitors potential threats.
And after school special, a high school we highlighted gets a visit from Oprah. We'll talk to the school principal about the big surprise.
It was big. It's Monday, May 20th, 2019, our first day. Here's today's eye-opener, your world in 90 seconds.
Morning's eye-opener is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome to CBS This Morning. Excited for Brooks, but I'm excited for us too. It's our game day.
It is our game day. A lot of Game of Thrones fans supposedly playing hooky from work today, but not us.
No.
Not us. Little bags under the eyes because I did tune in for a little bit.
$1,500. Am I gonna go higher? Don't look at me. Look at her or look at that. $1,700. That's a lot of cash. Wow, $2,000. They are being patient, man. $2,200 is not enough, so I'm saying 25. 3,000. 3,200.
What?
Now I'm just gonna go back down to 3,000 because you didn't want my money.
How much is the laminator? $19 or $36? 36. Devin Goda says it is 36 bucks. Where do you want the app? Top right. All right, here we go. Top right. Bam. Look at that. Always wanted to do that. Now, for an extra chance to get tic-tac-toe, you might already have won, but we don't know for sure. What if the X is in the middle there? How much for the donut maker? $26 or $55? $26. Mini donut maker it is. Yeah, only 26 bucks.
Just push a button on the microwave, and none of us are going to starve.
Well, you have me and Nick and Mariah to do your bidding. You won't even have to lift a finger.
You guys have your own lives. You don't have to take care of me.
We want to, but I won't push.
Actually, cooking was the perfect distraction. It just kept my mind from going into overdrive.
Good.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if I made the right things. You know, a lot of ladies in my online support group say to stay away from your favorite foods because the drugs can affect your sense of taste and then ruin certain foods for you.
Joke, I think it would kind of come and go. I don't think any kid would feel sexualized or scarred by that. That's just my personal opinion. I think people take things too seriously.
They really do. I mean, it must be the same people that were complaining about Victoria Beckham's picture kissing her daughter of 5. So it must be the same people complaining about this t-shirt. I just don't get it.
Well, I'm going to go
against that. I mean, I have a 4-year-old boy, and we're in that time right now where I'm just praying that he will grow up to be a nice little boy.
Well, Lonnie and Dustin are engaged but have called off the wedding twice already. She says Dustin can be loving, but then he has a scary side.
I was in a bar fight about a year ago.
He needed to get his car licensed, and he didn't have the money to get new tires on his Yukon. So I took him down there and put it on my credit card, and he was supposed to pay me back.
Were you supposed to pay her back for the tires?
No, ma'am.
Tell me about the tires.
It was part of the trust money she got from my grandma.
And?
Live from the CBS Broadcast Center, this is CBS 2 News at 6.
And good evening once again. I'm Maurice Dubois. We are operating with a limited staff like so many of you. Dana Tyler will be along later on in the week. And we begin here at 6 now with an unprecedented, coordinated response in the fight against a coronavirus outbreak nationwide. President Trump issuing new guidelines instructing Americans to avoid gatherings of more than 10 people for the next 15 days.
Breaking news tonight, winter storm Wallop. More than 40 million Americans in the path of a powerful storm, already blamed for 7 deaths. In the east, more than a foot of snow shutting down schools and delaying flights, leaving tens of thousands stranded.
We knew we weren't going to get out.
And in Arizona, a frantic search tonight for a little girl swept away by floodwaters. Also tonight, moment of terror. A Wisconsin school goes on lockdown after a student pulls out a gun. As the president touches down in London, back here at home, Democrats launch a new round of impeachment hearings. New health warning. Early numbers out tonight suggest a bad flu season. Cases now spreading at the fastest rate in a decade. Royal fallout. A woman who says she was forced to have sex with Britain's Prince Andrew is speaking out as the Queen's son faces backlash.
He knows what happened. I know what happened. And there's only one of us telling the truth.
On this Cyber Monday, an FBI warning. Could someone use the new big screen TV you just bought to spy on you? And profiles in service. How 2 Army Rangers are changing lives after trading their combat boots for flip-flops.
This is the CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell, reporting from the nation's capital.
Good evening. Tonight is the start of a new era for the CBS Evening News as we broadcast from Washington. So thank you so much for joining us.
But I do it because, one, I think it doesn't matter. I think what you wear on TV doesn't matter. I'm not there for how I look, other than all this action that I have.
Sure. The moneymaker.
Right.
The moneymaker, yeah.
And secondly, the show is no joke. The show is about getting after it, being straight, being tough, being real, getting after it. And that's what I think it suggests.
You're friends with Kellyanne Conway, right?
I am. That's an odd segue, but yes.
It's not a segue. I'm just interrupting you.
Oh.
I'm staying with you. I'm going to Bethlehem to help take care of you. The other daughter-in-law, Orpah, took her advice and said she was going to leave and move back home. You would think Naomi would have been a little sour and thought, after all I've done for you, Orpah, you're going to leave me now at my lowest moment? You can go get remarried. You can find another job. I'm an old lady. Who's going to take care of me? She could have felt betrayed, insulted. Instead, the scripture says Naomi kissed Orpah goodbye.
It's a hot commodity these days, toilet paper. Since the coronavirus outbreak hit, people are stocking up from coast to coast, creating shortages. In North Carolina, authorities say a truck may have been stolen with 18,000 pounds of commercial toilet paper inside. The Guilford County Sheriff's Office says the shipment was lawful, but the trailer had been reported stolen when they discovered the coveted car.
But Bill never got to see it. December 15th, 1994, it's right before Christmas. The moon is almost full. Bill McLaughlin came home from Las Vegas. He ate dinner with Kevin. Kevin was upstairs listening to music. Bill went into the kitchen for some reason, and unbeknownst to him, he was about to die. And at that point, the killer was coming through the pedestrian access gate. He got inside the house.
I was told that you recall us meeting for the first time in a bathroom.
Yes. Selena Gomez and Jennifer Aniston's friendship started
In the John? Let's rewind. Jennifer Aniston filled in for Ellen DeGeneres on Friday's show.
It is so exciting to host a talk show for the very first time.
And sat down with Selena to talk about her new album, Rare.
I needed to lose you to love me. Yeah.
Lose You to Love Me. That's a very revealing song.
I realized that everybody else seemed...
Good morning, I'm Jane Pauley, and this is Sunday Morning. Another Sunday morning filled with anguish and grief for the people of two American cities. Yesterday, for the people of El Paso, Texas.
Good morning and welcome to Face the Nation. Tomorrow, the House Judiciary Committee will hold another hearing as they write articles of impeachment against President Trump.
And hello, everyone. I'm James Brown. Welcome to the season premiere of the NFL Today, presented by Ram Trucks, our 53rd year right here on CBS. And we are elated to be back for the opening weekend of the National Football League after a unique offseason defined by a global pandemic and refocused efforts surrounding social justice. We'll be discussing all of that and more. But first, let's get to the headlines heading into week one. After an offseason full